Hello and welcome to another update video about Terra Luna. Yeah, Terra Luna, time for an update because the price over the last week has really moved, or even the last couple of weeks has moved further into the direction of my expectation. When I showed you here this wave count with the wave 4 where the target area was reached just about, it then now started to move up in a wave 5, and we need to be able, or we are able, to count this here, this element here, this wave structure as a 5-wave move. So, you know, we had the target area defined up here between $121 and $142 for that 5th wave, which would also complete a larger degree wave 1. But I can say this could already have been it. Yeah, sometimes they don't reach their target areas quite, yeah. And I think it's already quite close. I mean, we talked about this price target when we were down here at around $88 to $90, and we have now moved in line with that expectation higher. And I mean, I believe it can go higher. Next resistance is 121, 128, $142, absolutely. But there it should then turn around, because this would be, in my opinion, be a completion of a wave 1, where it would then correct that in a corrective wave 2, which would again be an ABC structure, yeah, in the most simple form. So you basically, from somewhere here, you will move down in your wave A, B, C, come into this target area here between $62 and $81, and from there it should, in an ideal case, move up into another wave 3, because this here was the wave 1, coming down in a wave 2, moving up in a wave 3. This scenario stays or is relevant until Terra Luna drops below $47. If it drops below $47, this whole scenario goes bust, yeah, and then we need to think about lower levels, but that is unfortunately how it is. Until then, this whole bullish scenario remains, and I think personally a great target area to get into Terra Luna for myself will be this one. And this is where I'm going to add more to my Terra Luna, to my Terra Luna portfolio. At the moment, I'm not going to do that. For me, it would nearly be time for selling again, yeah, especially as we move higher now, and probably could even move a little bit higher into this target area. But, and the reason I say we could already have seen this high, yeah, that it has completed this 5th wave basically here, is that we see signs of exhaustion. Yeah, you can see here, we already started here bearish crossover on the 4-hour chart, for example. But if I go to the 8-hour chart, you can see that the MACD is also turning to the downside. On the daily chart, if we take a look, you can see that the daily MACD is already losing buying momentum. And you can see that the RSI was very, very close to the overbought level. I mean, you can't really see a lot on the actual price chart itself. So this is still looking okay-ish, yeah. And it indicates that we could certainly push higher. We also don't have a bearish divergence, at least not on the daily. There is a slight bearish divergence on the 8-hour chart, yeah, together with that MACD bearish crossover that could lead to a bit of a sell-off. So you have here lower highs on the RSI on the 8-hour chart, while you had higher highs on the price chart. So this is a first indicator that we come to a degree of exhaustion, and that Terra Luna might get a bit, or what did I do? And might get a bit exhausted here as it moves higher into this target area. You can see that the distance between the highs gets lower and lower, and this is a sign of exhaustion. But as long as we are above this, and I can draw a new trend line now. As long as we are above this trend line, I think we should be able to continue this move up. But as I said, you can see how the distance, or the impulsive moves here to the upside get lower and lower. Yeah, less strength, and we can see the wicks to the upside get longer and longer. And therefore, I just wanted to make you aware that you have to pay close attention to this, because as soon as you break here this ascending trend line to the downside, it could start to roll over. So from that point of view, that target area could already be reached. Yeah, it could be achieved already just before we reach that 1.272 extension level at $121. As I said, sometimes they don't quite reach it. That is also, for example, for when I take profits, I always set it slightly below target areas, and if I buy into a crypto, I normally buy a little bit above the key support, because sometimes they have a tendency to turn around a little bit earlier, especially given the different exchanges and the different volatility on different exchanges. And sometimes you have minor differences on the different price charts as well among different cryptocurrency exchanges, so it makes it a little bit tougher in the crypto market. But yeah, overall message here is the price is doing what we expected. So it's all going according to plan at some point here, and there is still a little bit more upside potential, absolutely. But it's time to just watch the chart closely now. There will be a turnaround, and I will personally use this lower area here for another to buy basically. And this is, in my opinion, at the moment, is at least as I interpret the chart now, this is a wave 1, so very much in the beginning of an uptrend. This here would be a wave 2. It's necessary to do that wave 2. We are going to come down lower. This will be a larger correction where I will fill my bags, and then in a wave 3 we should see a rocket start, and prices could move much higher, in my opinion, above $200. So that's the quick update about Terra Luna. Just want to keep you updated, make you aware that, yeah, watch the chart closely. We are seeing here bearish divergences, and on top of that, it's not only that. Typically when you see a bearish divergence, you can also identify an ascending wedge, which again is a little bit of a bearish pattern. So we need to keep a close eye on that. And we could move a little bit higher, yes, certainly, but at some point there will be this rolling over effect. Okay, so Terra Luna update. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.